We have breaking news at noon today. An armed and dangerous suspect is on the run after police say he murdered 2 people in Sequoyah County. Investigators believe he's responsible for 2 other homicides as well. Now there's an all-out manhunt across Arkansas as police try to track him down. Now you probably heard the emergency alert come across your phone about 9:30 this morning and then again just before noon. Right now law enforcement is focusing their search in Morrilton, Arkansas. They're looking for this man. Take a look. 50-year-old Stacy Lee Drake. Police say they believe he's the suspect in that double homicide investigation that's underway right now outside of Sallisaw, along with those 2 other murders, one in Alabama, another in Oklahoma. Now, last night, the Sequoyah County Sheriff's Office was called out to LaFerry's Propane on Highway 64. This is between Sallisaw and Gans. Sequoyah County investigators and agents with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations say they found 2 employees there, a man and a woman, dead inside of a business. We're told that Drake stole a vehicle from the scene that was later found in the parking lot of a hotel in Morrilton. Drake was not with that vehicle. Well, 5 News reporter Jose Carranza is live in Sequoyah County right now, where police continue to comb through the scene. Let's find out what he knows. Jose.
Yeah, Joe, authorities say he stole a car from here at LaFerry's Propane here in Gans, Oklahoma, after killing a man and a woman inside. Now, some of those marked vehicles have cleared out and they have removed the police tape that was up here in the driveway, but there are still some unmarked vehicles. And a moment ago, we saw some of the authorities out here talking to some people, surveying the property before heading inside. Now, again, authorities in Oklahoma and Arkansas are asking for you to be on the lookout for 50-year-old Stacy Lee Drake. Arkansas State Police say if you see him, you should not approach and you should call 911 immediately. His last known address was in Birmingham, Alabama. However, Fort Smith police say he has ties to the city and that they've had encounters with him stemming back more than a decade. Now, here's what the scene here in Sequoyah County looked like overnight. The sheriff's office and OSBI focused their efforts inside the building where both victims were found. Authorities have not yet released their identities, and police in Morrilton say they found the vehicle that Drake allegedly stole from the business parked outside a motel last night, but he was nowhere to be found. Again, authorities believe that he is armed and say that he is dangerous, and Sequoyah County is actually asking for input of residents in this area. They say they believe that he was here for 3 days before he committed his crimes. Again, let me pull that information up. They found the truck abandoned on East Redwood. That's near the low water slab. So if you do have information, maybe you have seen him, maybe you had an interaction with him, please contact the Sequoyah County Sheriff's Office. Of course, we are continuing to ask for more information from investigators, hoping to get an update from an investigator later this afternoon. So stay with us here on 5 News at 4, 5, and 6. But for now, we're live in Gans covering news where you live. Jose Carranza, 5 News.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Jose. Now, this morning, investigators there in Sequoyah County told us there was no threat to the public. However, now we're learning law enforcement says Drake is still armed and dangerous, as mentioned. And if you see him, just call 911. Now, here's one more look at Drake. The Morrilton Police Department telling us that they are checking surveillance cameras that may have caught the suspect in the parking lot of where he's believed to have left that stolen vehicle. He was seen on foot last night around 7:30 there in Morrilton. Right now, they tell us they are saturating the area. They're checking properties just to make sure he's not hiding anywhere. We're also learning that Drake has a pretty long criminal history, multiple run-ins with Fort Smith police over the past decade, as Jose mentioned. Now, he was also sentenced to 22 years in prison for holding a man at gunpoint in Alabama, stealing his vehicle, and leading police on a high-speed chase. This was back in 2010. He served 10 years for that before being released. Now, if you see Drake, call 911 right away. And of course, we'll continue to follow this breaking story throughout the day. We'll bring you those updates as we get them, and we'll be posting new information on our website as it comes in at 5newsonline.com and our 5 News app.